This year, Black Professionals Tokyo, which I and others have organized for the last 8 years, is taking a trip to Africa. The motherland. Oh, yes. So excited, right? Yes, clap, clap, clap. Now, because we're going to Africa, I decided why not do a DNA test and why not go onto a website and find out about my family tree. I thought, why not do this? I got onto Ancestry.com. Now, let me start by saying I know a little bit about my family tree. My mother's side, father's side, we've had people start from Alabama, fleeing lynchings. My great-grandfather was hung from a tree, as well as his oldest son. They fled to West Virginia to safety. On my mother's side, farmers from North Carolina and some Haitian immigrants. Now, I know that about my family history, but it's just information on a book. But what has liberated my mind has been going on to Ancestry.com. This is not a commercial for them, by no means. There's many, many places you can go to find this. But what happened is I'm sitting at my desk, okay, the leader of men and women of an organization, and I start to search. Now, all of my ancestors, for the most part, were slaves, so there's no records before 1870. Okay, no records. But I did find census records. And I found census records of women and men who were born in 1810 and 1820. Okay, women by the name of Russian Bow, because they came off a Russian boat many, many years ago. Or people by the name of Moreland, because they were owned by James Moreland in Georgia, and various things. And I'm looking at census records where men and women who could not read and who could not write fill these things in with yes and no, and do you own, what do you do? And these were farmers, just simple farmers. Now, when we think of the struggles that people of color have had in the United States, we think they're trying to buy into the American dream, to fulfill what they believe the founding fathers wanted of the United States. But as I'm looking at these documents and I'm seeing the names written in almost illegible writing of great, 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 great grandmothers and grandfathers, I realize this isn't about the American dream to them. I'm not going to polemic about the American dream or the American nightmare. It's not about that. These people just wanted a place to live. They wanted a place to be safe. They wanted what we all want, to live our lives free, not bothering anyone, and take care of our families. Now, I mentioned before, and I'll get back to it, about feeling like you're lost. Let me ask you a question. If you woke up one morning, floating in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean, and you can't see the shore, what would you think? You'd probably scream, probably piss yourself, etc. Because you don't know where you came from, how'd you get here, and you sure as hell don't know where you're going, right? And as I'm reading these family histories, I realize that's me. I may do X, I may do Y, I may work for this company, I may buy X, I may do many things, but I truly do not know where I'm going or why I'm here. But as I looked at those pieces of paper digitized onto my computer screen, between my lunch breaks and my meetings, and before I went to bed and after I tucked my children in, I could see that it wasn't about life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. It's about life. Whether it's fleeing lynchings and moving up north, these people were just looking for a place to live. So as I look at myself in Japan, in this country that my ancestors didn't even know existed, more than likely, I realized that I'm the continuation of their journey. Not of any particular country's dream, but to have a life that is fulfilling, a life that is safe, a life that has meaning, and a life that has purpose. And as long as I take a step forward, their life does have purpose, and so does mine. So whether I wake up one morning in the dregs of Roppongi with a hangover and my pants slightly stained from whatever I had been doing the night before, or whether it is I'm speaking in front of a group of people, or running for office, or buying a home, or advising people on what happens, what's going on, seeing where I've come from and looking at my family tree You know, not the strange fruit trees, but the tree. I come to realize that we all can be liberated by understanding that the people who came before us wanted to live. And they lived so that we could live. And that this country has given me the opportunity to do so in a way that they could never have imagined. To have an influence on the world they could never have conceived of in their wildest dreams. People say know where you came from, right? Know your history, and a lot of it's been taken from us in the diaspora, of African diaspora. But knowing where you came from not only told me, you know, what city or what state or what country or what boat they came off of as they were traded, but also the purpose of life and the meaning of life. And that is to live it. And that is to put yourself in a situation where you can empower others to live theirs as well. And that is how my family tree has been my tree of freedom. And also, by the way, if you're a Japanese citizen, I'm running for office in 2019. I would really enjoy your vote. And with that, I will leave you, and I will thank you for humoring me and listening to my talk. Thank you very much.